Darden and Gordete definitely recognizing the fact that there are other teams beginning to sort of encroach on their position. They don't want to get too caught, too sandwiched here. And with
Before
that,
I just want to make sure everything is correct.
some breathing room, but then Savage truly right back to applying more consistent pressure. So definitely a big moment here for Reason and Khan, because like you'd already said, Lev, these teams definitely trying to open up this first lobby with a solid performance, because with only 6 matches, you just don't have too many options in terms of bouncing back. You don't want to find yourself off to an early hiccup and just having to think about how we're going to recover.
Yeah, and if you look at how Reason and Khan were playing the game a lot early in the season, we saw just how much a bad first game could impact these guys. They look to be aggressive, they look to take fights with people. If you rock into the tournament looking to take fights with some of the teams around you, you go into game 1, you get absolutely rolled over. All of a sudden, you're looking at adjusting the game plan, switching things up, and it does disrupt your momentum heavily.
You just don't have too many options in terms of bouncing back. You don't want to find yourself.
So a good first game here will mean everything.
I'm just sorting out my
They'll be
logistics.
looking to make up for, I guess, some of the lack of performances I think we've seen from some of our favorite and our best French players this season. Of course, I know we're not going back.
Sorry for
France,
the echo and everything.
You know, Belgium and Antwerp, it's not too far away, right? We want to see
Trying to
the
fix
French
something.
supporters out there in full force, and I think if we're going to get that, we need to see more French players added to that global.
All right.
In today's competition that have yet to find their secured position for the global championships. It is always interesting though, watching the way that the French come for their pros tend to sort of swap around with each other's duos.
It is a bit soft. Don't just
Now rocking it through today, Akira Podesai, Skyjump, and Ju obviously not in that French section, but still.
All right.
Just kind of gauging whether or not Savage and Truly are going to
Here we go.
be able to fully commit against that fight up against Savage or Prodoxy and Medius, but things will always appear to be a little bit more complicated, especially when the players are still trying to determine if they're going to have to deal with some of those third-party circumstances. Thomas in focus, though, over at Heatwave Harbor, not a soul in sight. And definitely very looted up right now.
Let me
These
just
are some solid
put it on
loadouts
the
when
highest
thinking about what
quality.
you want to be taking into the end game.
All right,
Absolutely
so
big expectations on Thomas and Focus. Not bad grands by any means,
put
but
this soft.
we're never really in the running to win it. I think a good opportunity, and a lot of people will be predicting them to make up for that today. Vanya and Nefrizzi.
let me just see something quickly.
I mean, when you look at the names,
I just want to see something
the
quickly.
results haven't quite matched it. Vanya, of course, second place at the Global
is Aussie
Championships
doing?
last year. And if they play
It's been a
how
while
they
since
played
I've
this
actually
year,
reacted
they
to
might not
stuff.
get the chance to return today.
More in the cave.
Would definitely be
Probably
a bit
rotate.
devastating too.
Okay, no, is they watching the exact same stream as I am, so.
Oh shit.
To still feel so far away,
But obviously just reacting to their own stuff, so.
Try and set the stage for a return appearance at the Global Championship. Pradaj, just
Frag
more of a scenic view.
Just put them
Very
in
far
first.
wraparound currently. And it looks like they might even be tailing another duo. So very curious to see whether or not they'll be scouted out.
Just
before
put
they
on
get
the
a chance to get
kettle so that I
closer.
can
So many
come
teams
back
definitely taking their time.
just
This
chill here.
is a bit expected from a lot of duos.
Alright, let's see. Take Buka, Kavak, Lemon, Bellow,
I'm sure lots of
Kovacs.
community will be eagerly waiting to see just how many players are playing Storm.
I really hope Buster Savage does well in this one. So for those who don't know,
From different people,
Fortnite used to have like 3 FNCSs in 1 year, but because of like
super early.
plans they have and tournaments they try to fit in, they could only fit in 2 majors.
The FNCS champs on
Therefore, this one is the last one because there's still a few more spots left. So for those who didn't make or qualify for the FNCS major or globals, which is the biggest FNCS, is like throughout the year, you have to win or get certain spots. So this one is kind of, you have your last chance to qualify, but they couldn't call it last chance qualifying for FNCS. This is more like a last chance for globals.
Just anything better than that, I think, will be a big plus.
For sure. And obviously, they're not the only ones. You could almost say the same for Stroke and Noah Riley, who
The FNCS
were
people are
starting to see
flexing
a
their
glimpse
stuff.
of success in that initial day, and then things just kind of went south. Too many issues with off-spawn contention that just continued to sort
Let me
of
just see how loud I
disrupt
am. Let me
momentum
just see if
from really
it's
being able to
loud.
continue finding a little bit of momentum and rhythm. But here today,
The FNCS people are flexing their
that
stuff.
conversation and make sure that
I
they'll
do
be
have to
able
edit this. Okay, let me just
consistently
record.
here, but Flixie and Chap,
Let me just record this.
it's another
And I'm gonna go live on
sort of
Twitch
littering
and say the exact same thing there as well.
waiting around.
You guys gonna see my
Just makes perfect sense that Hallie
okay.
and
Let
Lusher
me
also
just
have very
let me
similar
just quickly
intentions, but at the same
blur my
time, they
window.
know
I will
it's not really worth sticking
quickly be
around.
back. I just want to go
Much
into
gold
my
do Flixie and
browser
Chap actually have to work with here?
and then
Enough to at
go
least
to
get
my.
somewhat looted up and
I'll be right back with the
even
feed.
make their approach.
Kinda awkward. I just want to change my
Not too
name on my
surprised, though, to
stream
see
on
teams
Twitch.
just
That's all I
continuing to
want to
take
do.
advantage of these vendings. It is going to continue to be such a prominent theme for a lot of duos that
Did we
just
play
understand
for?
if they can play through those whites in the storm, get a
Let's
little bit
just
of a
push
better
that
position,
.gc
maybe
file
even
as
make that
Europe.
dead side approach. It's just going to net them a
I
much
would say
easier in-game
watching, I
performance.
guess. Watching
Yeah, of course, it's
Fortnite
so documented just how
GC
you have
last
to play
qualifying.
strong
Okay.
this season in this meta, and so it becomes an
And then
option
now that I've
for far
done
more
that, I
teams.
could probably
The
just
Lebs
do
and
this
Haken here on our
again.
screens there, mid-map
I can
team,
put on this.
land dead center at the 0 point, and so not a team
Yeah,
often
do this. Okay, we're back. We're
playing
back.
the storm at this point in the game. They're more used to pulling the zones.
Good awareness, though, from Nathan and Nebs, just
Let me just.
trying to prevent taking any additional surge wherever possible. You don't want to have to find yourself looking for those options later on. Because as the zones start to close in, as teams start trickling
I'm gonna make me
inwards,
some coffee. I'll be
it
right
becomes
back.
all the more complicated when you find yourself on the other end of things, just trying to secure damage as opposed to being able to just fixate exclusively on your rotations and positioning. Cringe and Volko, though, still maybe even held a little bit at bay here. Lusha Howley, I'm just looking back. Almost seems like they're trying to prevent being completely tailed through this rotate, but at the same time, just very aware of the fact that there's always going to likely be another team already boxed up somewhere ahead of you. And you just don't want to eat that damage, especially when you're already sitting 132 below. In fact, they maybe should have just looked for that fight right away against Cringe and Volko, because either way, they're going to be forced to engage soon enough. And, well, picking your poison, Pablo Chino, not exactly the team you want to see. And already Pablo shutting down Lusha. And Howley, unfortunately, just nothing left to work with in the tank.
Yeah, and you always have to be aware that in that situation, you're down on surge, you're rotating into zone. In this meta, there's gonna be people, even if you think you're rotating into
Right,
the
we
zone,
are
there's
back.
gonna be people there. You have
Okay,
to
let's
be
see what's
ready to
happening.
deal with that possibility, and they just
Sorry about
they
leaving
just
for a
work.
bit
Even
there.
if they're able to stay alive, their attacker, you sort of alluded to it, they're gonna get tagged
Put
up
my
somewhere,
mic
so
a
they're
bit
just in
lower.
an even worse surge position. Chino and Pablo doing exactly what they've been set up to do
Focus.
this season. That'll be some of the freest damage. And
What you know? What's always cool for me seeing like about FNCS is like, obviously, it's no longer about like, especially this year, it's not about mechanics and all those things. It's become more like strategic play,
But at least he was slightly above on
knowing
surge
when to
compared
fight,
Nathan and Nebs, who are just slightly
knowing when to
under
just chill,
that
wait.
threshold. They're trying to get some additional shots in onto a little bit
You
of
don't
a
have to
flex
play
bubble
too
just a little
aggressive for
further up,
points
but
and
the
stuff like that.
surge is really
Placements are more
leveraged, just
important.
taking
Consistent
away
placements are more important.
25 at a time, and with Swizzy Pixie so nearby, likely
Oh
able to
no,
even
he died
sense
to
that
storm damage.
this was a duo that was struggling. Nebs won't even get the chance to be taken
Ah,
out
sorry, Surge.
by the
Storm
surge.
Surge.
Nathan now forced to try and decide, do I even opt to use the last of this chug jug? Do I just try to secure some additional damage? And it's just not going his way in the slightest. Every single player just shutting off those opportunities. Finally, he'll get some damage off onto Pixie, but
Bro, only has 10 heals, bro. That's crazy.
the damage may have already been done. You're left as a solo. Placement not exactly there.
Hey, that is
either,
bad,
and
bro.
obviously,
You might as well
Nathan
just say
is
it's
suffering
GG's, man.
because the threshold just not high enough to put himself
It's
in
like
a comfortable spot.
actually the wrong one.
But they're also still just above that.
Let me
third
see how it
threshold.
sounds if I play.
Definitely going to be looking to potentially get a little bit more aggressive later on here. Savage truly
well just say
slight leverage, playing off a little bit of elevation here, taking some good shots over towards Poda's side. Great punish even. And Savage and Truly really lining
I
up
must
the
get
shots
like
there, and
appropriate like
also just kind of
reaction
guarantees
sounds.
them to have that overall eagle-eye view of the lobby for the time being.
Yeah, and they have a
Mr.
zone
Savage.
when the time comes, but they're gonna sit here and just look for a bit more damage.
Exit
From
008.
this elevated position, the time to move will come,
Oh no. Dooley got hit.
and a bit more damage maybe than you would have wanted to take, but still,
They have 4 points. They need to
in the worst of spots,
get a
you need to
bad,
start to
a
try and rack
good
that damage
spot.
back up. And you see Savage instantly just opening up edits, looking for players making similar
Big
rotations to
cheeseburger.
him.
Whew. Fred and Mary is definitely paying a pretty big cost here as Vanya. Things
Oh no,
certainly
he's dead.
not unfolding to
Giannis.
excellently after we last checked in. And for today, you know, Vanya, the Frizzy, it almost looks like they just
Oh
they
no.
pretend splitting wonky
He's
land,
got
but
destroyed.
Lobby 1 just cut short. Too many woes dealing with
There's a
that
lot of
surge
people I don't
threshold,
know.
and
So it'll be interesting to see.
it's definitely starting to be a bit messy here as teams kind of stuck in a little bit of this congestion now. If you weren't able to actually overcome and make it just up onto the hill face, it's just
I
going to
don't
be
watch the
all the more
qualifiers to get
complicated.
here.
Giannis knows it, but at the very least, he's trying to hold on just long enough to at least let some of the
Because this
placement
is like a
points start to
mini
trickle in onto
FNCS,
net
but it's
players.
not really.
And getting eliminated at a slightly faster rate, he might even be able to make
Yeah,
some
that is a
big happen
different
here.
format
He
to
is
the-
at
oh,
least
Rezon.
healthy and sitting at just 200 above. Same can't be said though for
A
Reason and
non-7.
Khan. Some of those
Reason A97.
early aggressive instances not actually coming to any solid conclusions, just sort of leaving them in this position where
Rezon is a
they're
good
just
player. Oh
constantly trying to
no.
look for surge, and Reason
He's just
will
someone who never
completely
took
shut
off,
down
man.
the moment that he tries to
Like
rotate.
the first
Khan
time I saw him
ends
was
up
when he was
repeating a
playing with
similar fate here,
Faxity.
but still, nothing to work with
But
really.
Faxity
It's
and
always so painful when you see a team in
I
this
think it's last
situation,
year they won a
but they
game. The
also
Pro
are the
M.
furthest duo
He was the
away
pro and
from the
Faxity
safe
was the
zone as well.
the
Just no favors
what do you
being
call
done
it?
to them. Khan will try his best,
The
but
amateur.
ultimately his game is done. There is not much to get out of this situation.
You see, when you're playing like this format,
Just couldn't even get that final opportunity.
Nice.
But hey, where
Shark
we
and
see some
Teeny.
teams sort of suffering and struggling. On the other hand, we've got Shark and Teeny doing what we know them to be best at. And Shark just open season. You would think that he's just running it through on A-Labs right now, having some fun there.
with Sky and Scroll
Solid
taking the
position, solid
high ground over there.
locations. And you know that they're definitely going to be on the hunt to get the lion's share of today's prize pool in the competition. But for Momzi and Sato, very different intentions. Obviously, prizing's nice, but what's even better is that battle bus spot for the global championship. And now, Momzi, Sato, they've done a decent job at separating from where the rest of that congestion is really starting to build up, but they're still having to keep tabs on what's surrounding them. Momzi even potentially need to set up here for this next move. Good wraparound, but they know they're heading straight into some traffic, so they're gonna have to continue trying to just open up their own
Nice.
opportunities. And it starts
Sato.
with Sato just capitalizing on taking out players that happen to get too close.
Let me see.
It's a great way to just open up some space, but Space is going to be hard to come by when Chino and Pablo are making excellent use
Let me just
of just overtaking height, overtaking the front
not
side.
webcam.
Chino, good
Sorry,
amount
my
of
bad.
materials too, and builds. This is
I
a
just wanna
really
my
solid
reaction
spot for
window.
these two to
Let's
be in.
move this away.
Yeah, every time we've
I'll
seen
be right
them in
back.
this game, they've been in an elevated position, and that will not end here in the moving zones. Shark and Teeny, we know they're going to be a duo that might look to try and take it. It might look to the skies at some point. 7 eliminations already on this game. These guys remember the pain of missing out on that FNCS championship, and they do not want to miss out on $20,000 each tier today. They want to end in first. Savage
Let's go.
left in a clutching situation, one we've seen him in many times this season. But this roll of the dice has to be a better one. So much on the line across these games for Mr. Savage.
But all he needs is one good shot to connect. Unfortunately, the lobby is just looking his way. Forced
Ah,
to
man.
just go straight.
Mr. Savage down.
Touches of more players in the lobby, but Chap and Felixi, they've overtaken the high ground. iDrop also going to pay the price here. Won't be able to just skirt underneath. And now Chap, Felixi, they've really got to keep an open eye out because Sharktini, they're ready to make their move. They've decided that height is where they want to be. We were waiting to see just how long they would be content to lurk in the waters underneath, but now Shark, Teeny, Chat, Flixie, it's a rumble for the high ground. Everyone
Let me
getting
just-
chucked at the
okay,
same
it's
moment,
fine.
but Shark still able to claim it at the very end of